is a very important truth. If we as a nation do not get our act together, this great nation is going to slip into an oligarchic form of society where a handful of billionaires control our political and economic life. Let me tell you how absurd it is. Just announced the other day, the Koch brothers, second wealthiest family in America, a family worth tens of billions of dollars, extremely right-wing, are contributing over $40 million to try to make the United States Senate stay Republican. $40 million. And here is what is even crazier. A guy named Sheldon Adelson, also one of the wealthiest people in America. This is a billionaire who is prepared to contribute huge sums of money to another billionaire named Donald Trump. The American people are sick and tired of billionaires running our economy and our political life. Together, we are going to overturn this disastrous Citizens United Supreme Court decision, and we're going to move toward public funding of elections. I want this country to be a vibrant democracy. And that means whether you're progressive, conservative, moderate, if you want to run for office, you should not have to beg millionaires for campaign contributions.
Money in politics is one of the biggest issues we face in America today. It has made it so the wealthy can buy politicians and elections. And unfortunately, they do. A lot. For instance, did you know that there was $3.4 billion in lobbying spending in 2018? The wealthy try to buy influence with their money, and far too often, they are successful. In fact, we learned from a Princeton study that the desires of average Americans have virtually no impact on whether or not a policy is enacted. Meanwhile, we learned that the desires of the wealthy do have a direct impact on whether or not a policy is enacted. To exemplify, according to the study, ideally, if 0% of people wanted a policy to be enacted, it'd have a 0% chance of getting enacted. If 40% wanted a policy to be enacted, it'd have a 40% chance of being enacted, and so on and so on. So the resulting line, when charted out, ideally would move in an upward right direction. But the line of the average Americans does not do that. In fact, the line hardly deviates at all. In truth, according to the study, the desires of average Americans have virtually no impact on whether or not a policy is enacted. Meanwhile, the resulting line for economic elites, when charted out, does move in the general direction of the ideal, demonstrating that the desires of the wealthy do have a direct impact on whether or not a policy is enacted. And I think there is no greater demonstration of this, the power of money in politics, than the gross levels of income and wealth inequality in this country. Over the past 4 decades, the middle and working class of this country have seen a massive amount of their wealth get transferred to the people in this country that don't need it, in the wealthiest people in this country. And it isn't right. And unfortunately, people are really struggling as a result. We need to get money out of politics, and we need to create a government that works for all of us and not just the wealthy.